Hello, my friends. This is Dr. Renee Tucker from Tucker University. Hey, today I want to tell you about my #1 best saddle fit secret. Seriously, it's a secret, but I'm going to tell you, and I think you should tell all your friends. Just tell them it's a secret because it's funner that way. Okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that when I hear someone tell me, yes, my horse has a custom fit saddle, I actually kind of cringe on the inside. Because I'm sorry to tell you, but most custom fit saddles that I've seen don't really fit. That's just the facts. I'm sure you guys already know that. So, of course, saddle fitters, it just depends on the person and it depends on their experience and their background. So I'm not really going to talk a huge amount about general saddle fitting. I do have an article on my website, which we'll link to, and also my good friend Joyce Harmon wrote 2 saddle fitting books, which are excellent. So that's Joyce Harmon, DVM. We can put a link in that too. Okay, here's the secret. We know we're looking for gullet width. We're looking for the width around the shoulders, clearance of the withers, this kind of stuff. But what very few people are checking is whether or not the panels of the saddle are contacting the rib line. And they should not be contacting the rib line. So let me try to explain this. So the panels of the saddle are the part underneath the saddle that contacts the horse. It's supposed to be touching the horse's back muscles. The English, Western, side saddle, whatever, the panel is supposed to contact the horse on the back muscles. Now, there's this little known area, which is where the ribs come into play. Now, I call this the rib line. I sometimes call it the rib ledge. There's some pictures also on the website page. So anyways, let me explain how you feel them because it's pretty straightforward. I know you can do this even though you're not looking at a horse. All you do is you put your hands, 1 hand, 2 hands, doesn't matter, your fingers, right next to the midline, and you push down, and then you come down the horse towards the ribs and the barrel. And there's kind of, if you look at a thin horse, there's a flat part where the back musculature is, and then it turns into the round area where the ribs are. So right at that intersection where the ribs are curving around and then they curve under the back muscles and attach to the thoracic vertebra, right at that going under the muscles is where the rib line is. And we can feel this pretty easily on a lot of horses. Depending on the amount of musculature, the amount of any extra fat, you might have pushed down harder. But you can still feel it on any horse. You just have to get used to it. So again, start at the midline, come down with your fingers pushing, 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 and then you'll kind of fall onto a ledge. You fall off that flat part where the muscles are, boop, on this little ledge where the round arch of the rib starts. Okay, that's what I call the rib ledge, also called the rib line. So what happens is the panels of the saddle, the edge of that panel, sometimes, depending on the angle of it and the width of it, will be jamming right on that rib line. Okay, so if you ever had a rib subluxated, or usually people say it's a rib out of alignment, or just a sore spot in your back, it bugs you mostly when something is pressing on it. Okay, it'll nag you. It'll be achy if your rib is out, just in general. But then if somebody presses on it, oh my gosh, it really hurts. So when these saddles, the panels are angled in such a way that they press on the rib line, that is really, really bad. Horses will do whatever they can, including bucking you off, to get away from rib line pain. Okay, so all you got to do is find the rib line on your horse. And then you can just, either know where it is by visually or just mark it with chalk once you feel it. And then place your saddle on there, no pad, and peek under there and see, does your panels contact the rib line? That means contacting means on that in any way, shape, or fashion. Okay? And I know sometimes people want to say, well, yeah, it's on there, but I'm going to put this nice fluffy pad and it'll be fine. It's not going to be fine. If you have pressure on that rib line, it's going to be a problem. Maybe your horse can tolerate it, but you're going to throw the ribs out of alignment, as they say in chiropractic, because of that constant pressure. So I've seen this a lot of times, and even lots of times on custom saddles, because people just don't know about it. So that's why I'm trying to get the word out. So what you want to do is go middle of the back, one more time, push down pretty firmly. Let's see how firmly. If I was trying to squish an orange, you know how you sometimes, if you're going to squeeze a lemon, you roll it on the counter and you squish it really hard to get the juice all juicy inside there before you cut it? Okay, maybe you've never done that, but try to imagine it. You push down pretty hard. So, but we're just using our fingertips and then not directly straight 90 degree down, because anybody poking my fingertips 90 degrees into my back, that's going to hurt. We're not trying to hurt here. We're just trying to locate a structure. But you do want to push down hard because you have to go through some muscle. So you push down with your flat fingertips down from the midline towards the ribs, and you'll go bloop right onto a ledge. Okay, that's the rib line. Mark that rib line however you want. Put your saddle on there and make sure the panels of your saddle aren't touching there. Okay, please send me any questions you have to support@tuckerbiokinetic.com, and we will try to get your questions answered. All right, have a good day. See you next time.